Would you look at that? An Alpha Raptor, once again, surrounded by Dimorphs. Although they seem to have lost interest in it. But it didn't lose interest in them. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a pattern for the rest of the game. Pardon me while I just sit here and watch this happen. Nope. You don't want to get involved, and I don't want you to get involved. Oh my goodness. Come on, man. Adillo should know better. Adillo should know its place. Hello everyone, my name is Robot Ren. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Ark Survival Ascended. We are going to need an army, and we are going to start building that army today. And our first candidate for the army is not that one, although it is close. That right there, Male Therizino 156. I'm going the tried and true, but somewhat boring route of using Therizinos as my boss army. I know them extremely well. I know how they perform, and I know that they're going to do everything that I want them to do for me, and then some. As soon as I get them all bred up and get them properly mutated and turned into boss fighting behemoths. But that is going to take a while. So while we are nowhere near taking on any bosses at the moment, I would like to get a jump start on that because it is going to take quite some time to get all those mutations. Heck, it's going to take quite some time just to find enough Therizinos to put together a quality perfect pair. So I think this 156 is going to be a great start. I'm hopeful that I will get at least one stat that is really, really high. But we can't know that until we tame it. And we can't tame it until that Alpha Raptor is gone. So I guess we're just going to have to start there. Even though I loathe, absolutely loathe fighting with all these Dimorphs around, I got no choice. We'll start with them, hope that we can take out enough that we don't enrage a ton of them. Still got one left. Now, there you go. Come here. I need you dead. Even if this guy wouldn't come over, I'm sorry, even if this girl wouldn't try to come over and eat my face, just having it nearby, having those Therizinos be alpha boosted, will make my life that much more difficult. You're the 90. Where's your buddy? Honestly, just having two Therizinos is... Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? The Alpha Raptors are breeding. Just having two Therizinos this close together is already going to make things that much more difficult, because if you attack one, you will draw the attention of the other if they are close enough. And they are almost certainly going to be close enough. So, I would like to separate out and trap the one. Did you go up the hill? Wow, you really did. Okay. Maybe this won't be as difficult as I thought. If I can get that one isolated, although being on this hill, it's definitely going to pose a bit of a challenge. you there, and we'll put you here. That'll be fine. I'm using... Oh, compies. Get out of here. I am using the metal pieces that I have picked up. That cost me nothing. What was that? Oh, it's a monkey. Alright. I don't need it to be a flat spot, but I do need it to be suitably flat. That it's not going to have any problems getting into the trap. And honestly, that may be more difficult than I thought. Yeah. Dang it. No, don't pick up berries or stones or whatever. Wow, got some good stuff. This is always so awkward. I hate taming on a hill. You know what? Get on! Don't pick up rocks. Maybe I can find a place down the hill a little bit. I can run it down instead of up. All right. That might work. Does pose a little bit of a challenge. Say, please tell me I did not forget those. And I did not. They are... Oh, Mega Nura. Don't attack me, bro. You're getting awfully close. You're also perfectly lined up for me. Is that fully opened? Alright, so the plan is run the Therizino down here, or maybe it'll just walk in. Of course it won't. Come on, man. You were perfect. You were in the perfect spot. And now your buddy's close, and I know he's going to aggro on me the moment I attack you. Anyway, the idea is to run him into that trap, jump off the bird, get the wall pieces down behind it, call it a day. Come here. Yep. See if we can get you lined up and right into this box. Gotcha. Yep. And I drew his friend. That's alright. I don't care anymore. I got your friend in the box. Just make sure I got the right one in the box, and I did. Come here, friend. What? Your presence is not required. Yep. Get on down here where I can see. Make my life that much easier. Now, Therizinos, if you're unfamiliar, will damage the rider on... Oh, frames. The frames. So the Therizino can damage the rider on the back of a mount, so you have to be pretty careful It doesn't always do it, but you'll see when it hits you, the screen flashes, and if you look at my armor, you can see it's taken some damage. But I'm going to load up my magnifying glass, which will probably not do a lot for me, since if I get too close to that thing, it's going to rip me a new one. We're going to try this thing. Oh, hello. That is a lot of damage. I've got my rifle. I am seeing a little blood. Don't like that. Oh, and it's down. Now, Therazinos also have incredibly fast torpor rates. Mr. Mosschops, Mrs. Mosschops. You are annoying me. I need you to go away. I didn't bring any spikes. Dang it. Well, I don't have time to worry about that right now. That should be more than enough. I'll throw some random berries on it. Just to keep it from eating my excess. Although, at this point, I am not overly concerned about losing a little kibble. I can definitely make more. In fact, I've got 60 plus teal kibble back at base right now. So now it's just a waiting game. I'm gonna have to feed it narcotics probably a few times at this point, and then we'll just wait until he wakes up. Cryopods. I didn't bring any cryopods. Or a saddle. I can't even ride it back. I have a feeling that after this thing tames up, I'll be going back for some cryopods, but I'll bring you back when it's closer to getting tamed up. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, my plan is to breed up a Therizino army to do all of my boss fighting. At the very least, for the dragon and the monkey. I'm still debating whether to use Megatheriums to fight the Broodmother or not, but I want to do some serious mutating on them before taking them to the battle, and quite honestly, because Megatheriums are live birth as opposed to laying eggs, it makes mutating them infinitely more difficult. Now, whoa, oh, okay, phew. Sounded like another Therizino was sneaking up on me. That would be not good. So, the plan is to tame up as many Therazinos as I need to get decent stats, decent starting stats on my Theries, and then do mutation line on both the melee and the health. Depending upon what the starting stats are, will depend or will dictate how deeply I want to mutate them. But I'll probably do at least 10 mutations on both the melee and the health. And if I get some stamina mutations along the way, then I'll merge those in towards the end as well. But the melee and health are really the most important ones for the boss battles. So they will also be my overseer boss fighters. So I'm going to get some really good use out of the amount of work that I'm going to have to put in to make these Theries really, really good fighters. And it is going to be a lot of work, most of which will not be on camera because, quite frankly, that would be more boring than watching paint dry. But that is kind of the plan moving forward. This is just the first one. There will be many, many more theories before I am satisfied with the line that I want to mutate. Looks like we've got another alpha. At least it's only a 6. That was pretty easy. I saw a dillo making a beeline over this way, and I just came out to take care of it. And it didn't immediately die on the first hit. I thought, something's not right here. And then I saw the little arrow above it. Not playing around with alphas. They will ruin your tame. And he's up. Very, very exciting times. So, you can be on neutral, but don't follow me. I just want to take a quick peek at you. Pikachu. So that's the stats. I won't know what those equate to until I get him back to base, because obviously I don't bring the spyglass with me. But you stay there, buddy. I'm going to go get a cryopod so that we can get you back home. Actually, no, I'm going to leave that on. I'm going to leave that on. Let's get back to base and grab a cryopod. So, just to show the amount of work that I've done up to this point already, that's how many Theory Claws I've collected so far. I have taken out quite a few, and I will have quite a few more before all is said and done. But we got what we're after. Let's go back, get this guy potted up, and get him home. Alright. Let's get you in a pod, sir. And then... No. What are we doing here? I don't want to pick up the poop. I want to pick up this. Maybe it's just me, but it didn't seem like that was that far of a fall. Maybe my man's is just a little gutless, but... Come on now. Come on now, game. These spikes are so sensitive, you just look at them wrong and they're damaging you. Alright. I'm torn on this. This might be a little bit of an experiment. I don't want to do like 5 or 6 or 7 different episodes of me just taming up theories. That would be boring and repetitive. But also, just taming up a bunch of theories on screen would also be boring and repetitive. So, I think what I'm going to do is record them all. If they're interesting, or if anything interesting happens, then I'll show you all of it, or most of it. And if nothing interesting happens, then I'll just show the final step, them getting tamed up. Yeah, I think that's how that's gonna work. And he's up. It's a good looking theory right there.
Killing spree.
Alright. That's our first female. Well, as you will have seen, there were unfortunately some losses along the way. I wasn't recording at the time, but basically, I was fighting some allos to try to clear out of space, to get to a Therizino. Some Microraptors came out of nowhere. They knocked me off. The allos got me, and poor Gigi suffered the same fate. So, I did manage to tame up a couple more replacements. This is just Breeder F and Breeder M. And then this here is Little Grim. But, as with everything in life, this is actually Grim number 2. Grim number 1 made one outing. I was fighting a Therizino. I got a little too close to the water. It knocked me off. And, well, poor Grim, he just, he didn't make it. He didn't make it. But I'm hopeful that this Grim will make it. Only time will tell on that. And while I would hesitate to call it a rousing success, we did manage to get a few Therizinos to start our army with. Now, I am not 100% pleased with the numbers on these folks, but push comes to shove, they're good enough. It just means that I would have to mutate them more to make them even more viable. But I will absolutely keep looking for and taming up more until hopefully I get the numbers that I want, or until I just get bored and say, I'm done with it. Unfortunately, right now there are no more Therizinos left on the map for me to look for or to tame. So I'm going to have to wait until more of them get back on the map so that I can continue the purge and hopefully the taming of better ones. But that will be for the future. My name is Robot Ren. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode.